Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful has Hope Logan needing a saving grace, like Thomas Forrester, as it seems she's about to see life, as she knows it hit a brick wall on the CBS soap. Last week, Hope blew up as Carter Walton suggested they apologize to the Forresters and hand back the FC reins. There is no way she will kowtow to Steffy Forrester ever again. So if Carter makes the guilt-ridden move of giving it all back to Steffy, Ridge Forrester, and Eric Forrester, Hope Logan likely looks at this as a betrayal from Carter Walton and backs away. As of last week, Bold and the Beautiful dropped enough hints to suggest Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, aren't long for this world as a couple. With Carter sniffing around, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire. The writing is on the wall. It looks like Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, finally sees her daughter's destructive side. Everyone, including Brooke, seemed to choke on Hope's speech about Carter taking Forrester Creations to new heights. Brooke will never abandon her daughter on Bold and Beautiful, but Hope will likely see her mother as part of this betrayal if Forresters rule again. Then she likely snubs Brooke for a little while. This would leave the Logan daughter like a ship without a port. There would be no one to turn to. Bold and the Beautiful got a ton of fan attention with the Hope Logan, Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson love affair. Plus, Hope was always there for Thomas, even when everyone else was against him. While Matthew Atkinson's photo has been eliminated from the opening credits, neither Atkinson nor the peeps who run B&B officially said he was done. But if he plans on not coming back, which would upset fans, they could always recast him. Thomas Forrester showing up in Hope Logan's deepest hour of need would work for Bold and the Beautiful fans, but they would want Matthew Atkinson as Thomas Forrester. So, what would Thomas coming to Hope's rescue look like? After all, he is supposedly in a committed relationship with Paris Buckingham, Diamond White, but that could be fixed with a simple, mundane breakup story. If Bold and the Beautiful put Hope Logan and Thomas Forrester back together again, they could trade their previous places. It might work, as it did with Hope coming to Thomas' rescue all those times. Except this time, it would be Thomas Forrester trying to redeem Hope to his parents and sister. In the past, it was Hope Logan trying to get her family to see the good in Thomas, as she did forever on Bold and Beautiful. The tables could turn, now that Thomas has shown he is a changed man. Only now it would be Thomas trying to sell Hope as a changed woman. But fans would love to see Atkinson in that role of Hope Logan's guy. Carter Walton looks like a man who is a hopeless romantic. Just the whiff of a heavenly scent turns his head. And today on Bold and the Beautiful, he has another hopeless romantic pursuing him. Sure, at first Carter was part of a plan for Daphne, but hints suggest she's really into him. So, until the right one comes along, Carter may continue to be in love with just being in love, no matter who it is on the CBS soap. The sun had barely risen over the Los Angeles skyline when Hope Logan sat by the large bay window of the Forrester mansion, staring aimlessly into the horizon. The events of the past few months felt like a fever dream, one filled with passionate highs, gut-wrenching lows, and a whirlwind of emotions that left her breathless. Hope wasn't sure if she was waking up from a nightmare or stepping into yet another storm. Thomas Forrester was a name that had defined so much of her recent past. A man she once feared, then tolerated, then trusted, and now she didn't know what to call him. He had changed. He had promised he was no longer the obsessive, scheming man who had caused her pain. And yet, here she was, still trying to untangle her heart from his grip. There was no denying the chemistry they shared. The stolen glances, the brush of hands when passing designs in the Forrester Creations office, the deep understanding of creativity they both possessed. It was a pull Hope had resisted for so long. When she finally surrendered, it had been unlike anything she had experienced before. Thomas had loved her in a way no one else had, and for a moment, she allowed herself to believe in the fantasy. But love, especially one with a history as complicated as theirs, was never simple. Hope had grown up believing in fairy tales, in the kind of love her mother, Brooke Logan, always spoke about, even when she herself often struggled to hold on to it. But Brooke had been adamant. Hope should stay away from Thomas. He was dangerous, obsessive. Hope had fought against those accusations, defended him time and time again, even against Liam, the man she had once believed was her destiny. Thomas had changed, yes, but had he changed enough? Or was she simply seeing what she wanted to see? The question haunted her as she walked into the Forrester Creations office that morning, only to find Thomas already there, sketching away. His focus was intense, his hand moving gracefully over the paper. She watched him for a moment before he looked up, as if sensing her presence before she even spoke. "Hope," he greeted, his voice soft yet carrying the weight of something unspoken. "Thomas," she replied, crossing the room toward him. She hesitated before adding, "We need to talk." A shadow flickered over his features, but he nodded. "About us?" Hope took a deep breath. "About everything." She knew the answer to her question wouldn't be easy. She knew the past couldn't be erased with just promises and good intentions. Thomas had hurt her before, manipulated circumstances to his advantage, but he had also worked tirelessly to prove himself, to become a better man. He'd become an incredible father to Douglas, a more responsible designer, a man who, despite his past, had managed to find redemption. Maybe it was the echoes of her mother's warnings. Maybe it was Liam's words still whispering in her mind, telling her she was making a mistake. Or maybe, just maybe, it was her own heart resisting something it didn't quite understand. "Thomas, I don't want to hurt you," she admitted, "but I don't know if we're doing the right thing." His jaw clenched, but he remained calm. "You're afraid?" She nodded. "Yes, and I need to know that this isn't just another cycle, that we're not going to crash and burn again." He reached for her hands, his touch warm, grounding. "I love you, Hope, and I know I've given you 100 reasons to doubt me, but I also know that I've worked every single day to be the man you deserve." Tears stung her eyes. How could love be so beautiful and so terrifying at the same time? The wind outside picked up, rattling the large glass windows of the office. Hope looked outside, watching the palm trees sway, uncertain whether they would bend or break under the force of the wind. That's what love felt like sometimes, caught in the storm, unable to tell if it would shatter you or make you stronger. Hope met Thomas's gaze again. Maybe she didn't have all the answers. Maybe she never would. But perhaps love wasn't about certainty. Perhaps it was about faith. And so, for the first time in a long time, she chose not to rewind the past, but to take a step toward the future. A future with Thomas. There is no way she will kowtow to Steffy Forrester ever again. So if Carter makes the guilt-ridden move of giving it all back to Steffy, Ridge Forrester, and Eric Forrester, Hope Logan likely looks at this as a betrayal from Carter Walton and backs away. As of last week, Bold and the Beautiful dropped enough hints to suggest Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, aren't long for this world as a couple. With Carter sniffing around, Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, the writing is on the wall. It looks like Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, finally sees her daughter's destructive side. Everyone, including Brooke, seemed to choke on Hope's speech about Carter taking Forrester Creations to new heights. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.